Momu press conference lagi ma te ako to press conference ra el BS ra 2023 ma happy new year ma bekla adro ko ko te ba do dang si da kap kalia ru bakal dios ya tamal ngal tanga tertial klobo kal belwadra belur belau ma diri kal tamal ngal tanga tra lo karwira ru bakal dios ma mokte kan ngi diri litan mo adar belau ma da momu press conference ma da mal diri kal Rongil tutaw mora ay betul ma raklay mora bilong ma ebi raklay mal misala pastor ada malmalat ka Presidental ngia aray krebelar el al time tol malmalat kanirang lungo edam pol sabi el diesel ba aklel berey dire kan mal rongil total mora ministers who are here this morning mal tokobet se el morang kay kitale ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary of Australia and Mirablo Belau, Ambassador Rochelle Turner Lovingit. Yung kumalungil total mora Presidenta Senate, Marokul Senator, suma Speaker House of Delegates, Marokul Delegates at lumura force there a regular session or tira January ra Eli. Matamal ngil total tira tamal ma ready mata tira kal Aldudungil total mo repekla adol rokur belau musubil lomes oreng sertiang ngara alsil belau mangara aikril belau. Tiyak malungil total morar media they're here ngatiang Miss Leilani ngir turong raklay tiyak ngatia Mr. ngawakal swala tao for TMC ngatia Mr. Campes Kasole. Tiyak ngatiang makti mo ay sulwasan ngatia korab eselmat ngatiang Miss Jennifer Sugiyama ngatiang lomte iragagi dali Palaway Radio for Senator Sadoy Talams. Malungin total bolsobe edalomo ora aigel updates gidra el altutaw endi era bodol mol maigel kukwela ministry sa kwate aler elan mul masa ang kagi dali Ambassador Rochelle ang bolsobe el lo ay sigida awngil eyes good news bolsobe edal kukrong si so Ambassador
Yeah, Ali and Tutau, and Happy New Year to everyone throughout the Republic of Palau. In particular, I'd like to, of course, acknowledge the Vice President and the executive that are here today in the media, and to extend my thanks to Minister Nilai for inviting me to attend this press conference. It's really about expanding on the good news that was announced in December with the Australia-Palau Connector, which is a new flight route directly linking Australia with Palau through Port Moresby and supporting increased tourism opportunities with international borders reopening. Now, the Australian government is supporting this flight through our Pacific Flights program. And this program has assured minimum connectivity across priority routes in the Pacific since the onset of COVID-19 in 2020. And it works with airlines such as Air Niugini to enable regular and reliable and scheduled flights. So for example, since 2020, we've seen over 42,000 passengers across the Pacific take advantage of these routes, including Pacific seasonal workers, sick patients and health professionals. We've also realised the movement of over 4,000 tonnes of cargo, including critical COVID-19 vaccines and medical supplies. So this is across 600 flights to and from 11 countries in the Pacific. And as of the 28th of February, Palau will become the 12th country that has seen advantages through this program. So it's exciting news, and it's vital, I think, in terms of Australia's support to the Pacific aviation sector at this time of economic stress. It's also, underpinned this program by the region's 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific, which recognises that connectivity is a key theme. And it's a well-connected Pacific with safe and accessible and reliable air travel that underpins the security and economic recovery of the region. So Australia's ongoing support through the Pacific Aviation Program or Pacific Flights Program forms a critical part of our long-term goals for sustainable economic recovery and growth in the Pacific. In terms of some of the details, which is possibly what a lot of people are interested in, it's a weekly service that's commencing as of the 28th of February. So it will, it's a route between Brisbane with a technical stop in Port Moresby to Palau return service, which will also provide linkages through Port Moresby to Manila, Singapore, and other connections throughout the Asian market to support, I guess, the tourism opportunities that Palau is keen to capture. It also, through Brisbane, connects to the South Pacific to locations such as Fiji, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, and the like. So there's major opportunities as a result of this direct flight. The particulars, it operates, as I said, every Tuesday. It's a weekly service. It departs Brisbane at 2:40 p.m, arriving in Koror at 10 p.m. So that's about 8 hours and 20 minutes, including that layover in Port Moresby that I mentioned. On the same day, on the Tuesday, it turns around at 11:30 p.m, departs Koror and arrives in Brisbane at 9:40 a.m. the following day on Wednesday. I have been assured that the coffee shop in Port Moresby will be opened for that layover in Port Moresby. Seats have been on sale since December. They're available through the Air New Guinea website. They're also available through the 3 travel agencies here in Palau, Serenga Worldwide Travel, West Travel, and Palau Travel and Tours, tour agents. So we look forward to opportunities for not only looking at opportunities for Australians to come up and explore pristine Palau, but likewise, and it'd be remiss of me as the Australian ambassador not to promote Australia and look at Palauans and residents of Palau heading down to Australia to explore what's on offer there. You're probably wondering what we've been doing since December in terms of promoting this service, and I'd like to extend my thanks to Tia Palau and Island Times, where you've issued a couple of media releases to promote this service. It's a collaborative effort. As mentioned through the Pacific Flights program, Australian government is there to underpin that route, but at the end of the day, it's a commercial service, and we're hoping to realise it as a commercial service going forward. I'd also like to sort of indicate that, you know, as a result of the bipartisan visit where we had Foreign Minister Wong and also Senator Birmingham here, we're graced, I guess, with not only Australian but Palauan journalists on that visit, and that attracted a lot of media in Australia. So Palau has made a bit of a splash in Australia through that news service, and it's an opportunity to build on that going forward. Also, obviously working with PVA and also the Palau Chamber of Commerce, and also with our Austrade services to look at not only passenger but cargo opportunities. I guess if anyone has any further questions, of course, the Australian Embassy is always here to respond to those questions. But I do encourage Palauans, particularly given the strength of the US dollar as it currently is, to go and explore Australia. The prices for these flight services are quite competitive. I guess the only other thing there in terms of facilitating that opportunity in Australia is to note that Australia doesn't have visas on arrival. You'll have to get a visa prior to departure, and they're available online. So we've got, I guess, regular posts on our embassy Facebook post on how to source those visas. But I'm open to questions, and I thank you once again, Vice President, for the opportunity.
So wala, Ambassador, for what are questions or Laurel?
Just one quick one. So for the February 28 maiden flight to Palau, is there, you know, like, are we looking at some sort of a travel group of people from Brisbane or Australia coming here, or has that, is there such an arrangement that is being looked into?
Yeah, thank you, Compass. We're definitely in the process of liaising with some colleagues in Australia about a possible business mission. Further details pending.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oo, mata. Wal sa pedal mo sa te alam malola ela continue. Thank you, Ambassador. Manggagi da Ambassador Rochelle Turner lo ay sulwa sa nga gagi di Skogi ngara Air New Guinea almo ngara Brisbane el Merbelau abe kalongero lorior lomo ra February 28 adi nga ningal mutal bebir geren si edalom katong nga embassy to get the information. I'm Sula. Okay. So our ministers are loving together al press conference ang nga minister ay taro minister Matu minister Obiang minister Victor diri ka nga tiyang chief of staff Landi Taro at tiyang director Aguan chief Augusto with us this morning. Nga tiyang diri ka director Elway Ikeda. We're gonna go now more ang kagidale Minister Matu has some news gidala labor regulations and then ito po rin siya Minister Obiang.
Malungil tuta Vice President, mututal mora media mara ada bela rogui. Akpai mutal te alle suakan mo onitra Chief Raymond Augustra Division of Employment Services. Mo meskita talgibal briefing ertial proposed regulation ra labor. Mal sabira ada kukar mo madingit mo ngara sel APA process, sel Administrative Procedures Act. Yang ngani order klubsel ngani ati alir ada law meseringi comment ringi. Also mga sorry dan so ilme meskita officer git hindi hulngi tra chief mo kukar mo meskita tribal brief ra sel tretelel sulang.
Ese malungit tutawe, ngunit Vice President ma ministers marada media marad Palau, ang ka Chief Raymond August, ang ka Chief sa Division of Employment Service and Office of Labor Compliance and under a super ministry. So obviously kita labor ako ngara process el ko process do motonik mong APA. Sila APA process se kasi Administrative Procedure Act. So agi ngara process el melo other sel labor rules and regulation. Dagi molo other PNC, madagi molo other RPP agi di molo other sel labor rules and regulation. Ya last time el sel rules and regulation na labor al melo other sel at 2019. Magi di mosoyis vel melo other ngi loya ka Palau National Code el melo other chen mostringa di chen sa ken kle laigel ngara al sel rules and regulation na kamamal mo reflect the 12 SL ministry ng aringi. Telepay process omsote lawat yagit. Ngira melot to bete ngira mel propose the rules and regulation o to dia notice el mura abuay ngan ngegel pasyol gira malay notice sa kamaringi magi lilay notice sa kamaringi sira December 27 kapirtial proposal ama mga Bureau of Domestic Affairs. Mga arsel audit klabasel malaya rogul solicita rogul kamen trabuay. Mansabaril mo ng omes ringi at mga concerns ma question tire mansabaril mas kama Michael concerns ma questions tire officer kama officer kita labor or officer minister yagi marogul me kampat sel February 1st le agililisi kwase gimala rogul kamen ma concerns by February 1st. Till February 1st, ay may rogul comments sa Malmay, Michael concerns, motong okle, o mes either or agi sa exam lo sis Bradset the regulation agi sis Bradset o or other cleaner officer president. Silver officer president tangaring 20 days lo mes ringi either ang approve ringi or ang aring ang gukmanin sa process 30 at sukumandia ka issues and then ang mo while la algiba multirak karingir after authority days al sana nga president. So one major changes sa gimnil at say ato mo din kasi joint application by non-commercial workers. Siragi moral nga state visit tamlemen concerns ra buaya kasi talo mga rakla. Sa gitawal ni one main concerns. Dimblakatak rala al sel ula PNC kasi hindi kal sabi the loan ra adat mongal kilataraat. Hindi gim lomatiga rin kasi sa pamamaruli kasi sabi tablol employers lungra rawan nila. Masaygi da gibnil gimnil yara at sige propose ng loya ka at silta labor regulation mamosabi at tablol maas lungra rawan ng Bangladesh o terul maas lungra rawan ng Bangladesh. Kamamal office ra labor amin soyis bal managing mo ruli ako contract mo smodi kasi oy mga sumunta materungon amin soyis balong rawan ng Bangladesh ang ngarangal alil ang gayid del maas, mangarangal alil ang gayid ng kukuan ram as. Sa kamamil adra labor, ang manage ringi, mampol albongan nga dispute, ng ngarangklil, ata manil kwase, o yung ngaram lingar alil ang gayid wan del maas. So, sige dawayal, propose ng ngar adsid sige del amam sige del mol amam ra okmo mang atap tem molla algi mal tirak karingi ya ministry ang nga plan ringi mo manage sige del part tumang sige dawal major changes matsumong ko nga concerns sa kami yung comments sa kami malubang ngidil ko out to bangin so amin mal mus mal mas employment service masil gipom review and sa pamelo mes make sure agi consider all concerns sa kami.
Medic liral ataram le clol concern or other sel ngania pa motodia vacancy announcement yung blool de koder club siya kum limla kal field kum mutul mo fileringi ma tara part of regulation do runya kum kodam karang talgi bol ko moti se gital time magir lil mo lol malbuil man sa emel dital motodia vacancy announcement until field up to 6 months and sa edlo sigra other belaw malumong adra ngo do blul mo fil segi atara giblem changer niya sabel alla argi allu udar bela wasing ngoder club sale dakal sabem el hayrangi del adra ngoder blue until el route segi del announcement terga da suiga adra bela mo filler segi del vacancy andi no batigar niya adra alla argi dak mun sabel del giblor di say el through regulation ngoder lil wasi al suku mang al sala through club say ekda determine niya chibra label wasing seguir el lurior a deca adre belal momit ngi en seb emel PSS ludo dor di seguir el process dem lo mol tercera egal state visits bagel ku concerns a egal private sector was a dia kada namo dengan pundak accountant tingara mo koder club sel dongi di seguir la adar lo otter ngi lenda kasel change unless en olbi la mo change ngi nin seb el within regulations ya kadrul li leeway maskum manna determine that mun mal dia ka adar mo seguir el filler seguir el position instead of the, for example, a tour guide. Ngaregel baby ra kuk concerns ra adra private sector was a kom na mo menget mundia ka adra belal mong util alur nga pag mal mingil mo del club say. Mung ngora wador di sige del process ningira malhara wa kodor di. Setre geludo dol gi momdas wa kadamo smug ra gege del process as edor level mora training ra adra belal mo fil gege del urior. Mung ayi dagel kora ba major changes e omsin dagel changes lol ko chief ada bilti kesera egal rogul state visits al lorngi age rogul me concerns ar ada blul gimrireng sagi mulmes ap mukadam garang em sam okra tel regulation agit el mosu edal ku koramit age idal needs ar adra bulu bokom sulang el ngani ang idil ger ya kapim na lak alwidam namra adra rogui bokom ngui wuringi el ngani questions next week el mo agi mamala samal el koramo nga outreach mo sa amon mara radyo malu bagi mo mitra ngadi plan mo mitra governors mar adra shobay el lom katak lagi gid changes al sala regulations kom sulang
Can I have questions now?
Malungil to ta minister a question na avigirel til agir last statement takal gir sel 60-day period. Sel dong we were sel regulation no sendakal 30 day na proposal lang mo 60 days. Right?
6 months
I mean okay.
sel notice
Sel notice tell notice before application or mo 6 months. Sa dong we were sel regulation no kami sendakal submit para sa application until after sige the notice.
actually kamutel mo yuringil further let's next page or talay da mo korngi ang ari gagid dil gorokoy nganya bebera conditions ul omit and sedol already sel 6 months adur ruringi man sab ela notice or call leng amne complaint tra ada shobay awaseng every 30 days ul top dringi tell notice matam lo complain mo adama maderga kabol bedil magara ko to bede imar notice mong while they keep having to come to labor. So what we did was kamati sa gidal sell notice period. Man sa mo dital mo tabda notice raw. Yal meo da other bela on meo der balu meo da adam el process aba bilnya leg dir ka valid sell notice until you fill the vacancy. So if you read further sa gidal regulation it clarifies kung ingaran sa el kikin sa gidal 10 days or 30-day period.
But okay, to clarify what you're saying was also within that 60-day notice kadamatigra adal sa el meurior Ing sa pamil process sa sel application ng dakamongin mo marek sel notice period.
Within 10 days, als kung determine lo pun ka adan morngi, and sa el persel fee agi or the permit ka.
Okay.
Ya, al sela direct lagi more adan ngi magi ni within 72 hours until the permit ka.
Okay. So lang.
Minister, question nga kada kal nga tayo del based regulation. Question nga nga statement of Presidental dilin marami dia couple of occasions. So, most of the labor shortage. Specifically yung kawul example rato na construction industry. Agree kasi matiyagi del of course seldom ko economic so clow labor force. Ngani ako effort ta government ko address sa the labor shortage. Let's say for the construction industry for example.
Tagi del part of regulation amo address it regular issue. Le ser adela adal malara adala say ako tul concern argit. Le adana satta construction ngi magi le temel auror emingira adalo ko del club sel donel punta ka carpenter belo ma plumber belo. Dia ka engineer. So part of this effort gagi del lo president at mo kadam karang dia ka dia ka botor rover sel tel la adal belo mo sigra auror. Hindi nga naigil certain role do tingel mong in fact hindi ka adal mo malay hindi while slow down or self process ra construction mo muro redel betel effort ta or other say the process hindi kita der effort to kita der osigro other belal mo feel the job makadam karang meet those two conditions lang skum nga di other belal meet the cell condition kada make sure kada hiring Diyos ko manda nga na hindi ka sa lore kada nga ko der club say so that's what's happening in the construction industry la nganya ni dra ka carpenter egida dal milo ko del club sale mo hiring gila by the time siga adam enguk ngania mo another 10 days el mo ngi rangil mala process nga huriping so how do we speed up that process siga gi molas mon bru ngila lal time
Tuta Vice President Mar Minister COS ma Chief Mar Director sel Martiang Minister di kari kasi kamlom southern cell expediter cell within 10 days and tell us selfie.
alak within 300 I believe it's 250 haladik verify se al suko mun sa mamre da kapira 250 dil so mal il da compare ngi kam ngi lo ko der club sale
Oy.
Ngomor agi murungi mas kumun sa mare dat mura asim ka haraw. Yal din sa mal mangi ka mangi ko der club say mo say versus 250. Di what we're trying to do also direct generate enough income. Le sige 250 ki mo wala sa mobile mo train na other belal mo feel sige dal job.
Mal Masola, I got the regulations of proposed. It sounds like it's going to address the situation the shortage of labor. A shorter timeline. If you pay for it, you're able to get the application process. The maadal chamlo balme.
Akumutul ko taklise. We're trying to the trial save at the blow bird with one stone. The trial generate income mga although the pool of money sa mobile train or other belal mo feel sel job. At the same time, hindi ka swal punish rakal milo ko der club say mo kada alaw rakal mari adal mo adam. Man sa alaw real maral kita ko ko ba sa ludo the hopefully within a year ko double trainer other.
Cell field to 15 on charge ni wase ko mobile mo trainer at di send up to okay to decide la sen browse alert yang alwan sa mail mandate rin under the regulations.
Malungin la kadim dagi mandate. Agi di generate income hopefully aldo lo bangel olbi la sabi il ko kumsa sa igi need a training. Le at the moment the budget ka mata ka training. Mang dakal sa ambal el direct planner sel mo ko rin dakal sa planner future workers ala ko do trainer adra PCC pa. El mo igi the specific jobs.
Mungkin lah tak kaman masulang. Mata ela ko sa teela la minister obiang mabol fokus kita update tal gila la trip pa ng wal bangela presidental mora kuam masi anamay.
Beso mil tuta kamsulang Vice President. Tahu le ko marbet kul atara media kada welcome ra at Jennifer lukuk mo tera a senator ng artiang kada kadawring alwase ulko ma senator adi marko ng arsela nga ringi ma Jennifer ako mo ole laklo panggetan gidam na ringa te ele tolo panggela a Presidental mo attender sel inauguration of Esel Governor Ablura Saibal ngaringi erul tokoy do maral wasing milkat mok ligire la kabelmentra legit maradadar belaul nga Saibal ako teng kadulo otil mora ako mo BSL administration ra Saibal wasing aki idiregal malat ka concern ra welfare at mamal other belaw tira ko kira Saibal all time ong irong ya kada diregal lulo otil mora other belaw nga Saibal all time wasing taroy dergidan ding kada malat kartir no ngil do otira way gidal londi bal maway gidal el ceremony mang sabela leadership ra belura awasay balan sa ase gidal kuk niya omlat keda ma el girira adadal kera asay balan mang kadam ne attendra inauguration okmo sel amo nga ra YouTube hindi ko dingi di MC ne announce lo ase say history ra Saibal say hotel ke table inauguration atemel da ko dingel wa sengarang milo ko hindi dira kam nem hitayang tersel al sil senyam nara narikla nombre ga inauguration kita dira kam lo sabe del mitra stirigel tom ko sel club gidel dira kal PCA Palau Community Association makadine mitra officers material members ra lom teegel bekel state travelur belaw makadamne adadu gida matir naringi maldita blol concern artir awan awaramne soril guk mga dadura Presidental girela sel utamal bladongura a Capitol Hill Saibal maralungil basyo el girela selway al gukpol community center ang bay ngarang al guk mo sabida other bela nga Saibal durong ringi alorula aku masendir ang mitalngir ngarang adira gal mo sabida adal guk martial mora Saibal ala aku mo telgibel ngo sutrira teletelela dalang oklal sukumang ngora mataro sula siw ngela dalang aklira al porcelmen irul dira kalu lokoringi al mugtalo mesra a consulate office ra pelura Saibal ma presenta di lurtir wasing ay gang maklo issue el dira kal morbelaw adadu nga kama leadership berbelaw al wasing mo nga teletele la the plan dira kal mo nga teletele la taungil mo o timetable abodoru la igal tablo to koy mo tamlo understand lang wasing gira leadership berbelaw mot magyaki ismaw da igal tablo to koy adira kan lo sabedel mitra tigen kuk lo sabedel mera meeting al other belaw ngara Saibal mang kadam no omrenga sulir el dira kal mal active ungil member ra community ra egel keringira al sila blura Saibal endi tira dira kal mal mirenga sulela Presidental wasing mal tialong problema me attendra inauguration dira kal mal cloar lil girela selway algo relationship bergidar other belaw ma kira Saibal makabalmente belaw mora mata dira kal mil salwas ang mal me ungil amne telgibel so dil to wasen dimne tal Presidental belaw FSM arem adim nakal labong dimne Presidental belaw ma Governor Akwan amlo. Di padamal mereka sulil et tidak ngarselungil protokol aldado mang amle ko telwi kna isringa Presidental belau. Emuri kna isra kabanora kwam matigel ko kolam te Igel baby rabalu nasi. Our president was the highest official of the country. El may attend the same kadamal. Yigide kambes ka mama ngaro omro lamal mong gimno stopera agwam le gimno kyatra flight tersel. Tial Manila flight te omodong le mama gimger tra kwameng 8 ra tutaw. Manne dilera klom. Gimna di wanas ko gisel tutaw bitu na sa ibal makwan. Agi dire kan longal tangat tam lawnya ara belau ne invite ka mamal kora hostra dinner. Lobang kamam la semem do o masoile ukti ada du Ilias ko gira kami ura tutara sande mora magadam nga sulela lerim tigel kuk pebirar adam lo sabaril get together mula sesel kale invite ka mamal mo dinelo panterira rakwam gidi akora sabi lo ay siya kum das aklaman no ko makailay mang kamam das wakal mi mauli
Ako apa magira question ko kirela ikel sa reporter Minister of Young Epsatel Minister Mutulangan nga swal di clarify kirela authority ringi with
Sulang
regards to rulemaking.
Vice President, tanda kam dani text mem this wakal clarify the blow to koy. Ay gil nga PNC dakal sa amal change asel tel regulation asel rule or transfer. Sel transfer amal specific. Nga gil 10 lu ulan sa amal transfer. Mada adam mada kumbali change as shareholders nga mal beldu taigel sa transfer. So long nga sel 5-year rule. As kum nga adam mo dakal rule banggem ngay marakal dakal sa BL mo adala tarat. Ay gigit tablol tulong tingila la adakal sa amal murut lagi nga PNC magidi mo your all bill. Digel baby ra kulsa dagi kuk nga sila aklisi amal change ang sila regulation. Komsulang.
Pamsulang ko nga para sa tial President Amlatabdi sil proclamation was a National Day of Prayer moringir at January 26, 2023 moringir ang rulmut so sa tial Chief of Staff ko tarom bolsbel mosma talang tingil sa igid National Day of Prayer bolsbirar adal al mom denge bolsbiral mo join igid sa igid al sils.
Madam Malungil Tutal Murarbeklaate, Happy New Year. Waigel Blaldo nga Madam Vice President, January 26 nga moringi sil National Day of Prayer. Ngaringi luudar adar bela lo sel sela hotel buy rabe karak ya President mo otobdi ya proclamation ringi lol trok ko as ngrad sils sa gidel hotel buy la gadu mutmakal imol belu other sa balwa other sa tri adar belaw ko trok ringi dra rubakar for the rest of the year. Mang segi del January 26 umura elon milklora tutaw kora auda sa ase segi del time kora sa edel lakla kora ultrok lergit ma umra la mo ngaringia ulidiula al motov dra modala PCC parking lot lol tagar admor nga imol bas kora ti swad lo mastrirate alar adalo aset sumgo kora ti karolel ulidiulatit el sabi el ngar segi del bas el mura capitol almorsegi dal nungu or sa tutaw. Direct kagora dir kamera laurere la organizing committee lo meselo asay nganya kora capabilities rigid sa edel mo live feed ringi mandia kadil available al morar at belal ngar alsel belaw marker belaw direct katriel ko kata ngar ikel belaw sa bilal follow up program. O direct kagora mlas mal los pa pagpangila technology man sa edel ko kora mo o tuay kal lyrics ra litak le pastor al sela kora QR code ng rangklel marada sa biidol kora ngitak lo banggilay gelbek padangila choir marada mo ngitak lo sa ikital silsa. Alas tirang mlaring ya National Day of Prayer and if everybody recalls ang kotalbuy na last year kita ko ramle sa first ni Omicron variant leklo influx mong mlaring hindi mo ko ramle taligibel kaya kare el array kaya kadokora taligibel selva aklar ngud ma balwad man so adal lil maral kora event sa ilar ko adal feel part ringi mlani nga te elle kalau meeting lo bantari ra rum te ay kalbek patangela iglesia makla leader belar si Ray Delisaba. Everybody's very excited. Is what the Kora creators ay gidal space and so irar adal individually to kora mga tatuura rubage ko collectively as a community ikada direct lo taktakar gide ngarang lungu. Mundi kay gide further details will come as we finalize the plan. Direct kalmor nga te elle del kukura o merkaringin mora ar atro ko ye mal invite will kamra ro atol may participate.
Ang malmasala Chief of Staff ko taro this is the final good news o kore also other more questions. We've been advised there was ambassador yun lomtera paluram rigel president whips lomtera palubelawa mlasigner seguida el MOU algire la compact. Bato ko na tiro ko sisig, ito ngida tiro malamay, bol si Edel Morming sa igil kumakayal, talang tingil sa igil yal MOU. Mata, alam mo si Edel open raw for any questions?
Hindi mo rin nakikita na mo.
So, mga niya ko kurati yung matal. Oo,
Diyak, ako sa one by one, maksay may galuk mo gila lang
Oo, siya kang marapam.
Okay, di quickly gila la compact of free association. Sem dula si MOU blood signer nging, what does that tell us?
Sige tal tumatak mo ba sa tipo tingit mo tanasay na MOU, ito ngil tilme may gil ko makail wasang ngarangan at sila tigital MOU.
Amlam mo American negotiation. Can we say that?
Yeah,
I can make your points am naman Amerik.
Nasa etak mo ba but we would need to, hindi na kalmal tagi mo ba content sa MOU, thank you.
Okay.
It was just breaking news, maltumak ni so I'll share wasing.
Dia kan dia katong ngil, katong ngil like tikal ngaram na termak la. Okay, I'm sorry, Vice President. Akari ka amora Minister of Justice amora Federal Police. Yung information na direct marami attention ng alat media. El ter attention at ko wase yung ngarnya minor ngal karadil el simra. So la ngarnya tara sa algalbus allegedly ang kanga mle ilyak la bliri ras al mardil ang mle break in el mora bila ang kalkal sel ang karadil namne sexually assault ang karadil. So seng maral tokoy, that's one. Number two, say kam ko ay sila say tiang milgra happen el tokoy.
Malmasora tila alger ang aring yaw talaak kalpumulwaseng waysay. Mga the allegations ang aring are true. There are allegations. Mel akong momsang kagi dali director akong regel ko ka details lang kagi dia director abla police msel el mo masada ring malwaseng ra amlamat mo.
Madam Vice President, cabinet members, chief of staff, mututaw, nga prepare the statement lang, it's okay if I read it.
Yes.
Last Thursday, January 5th, about 4 p.m., during the recreational and study time that the 17-year-old female inmate reported to the officers at the Division of Juvenile Justice that the juvenile had sexual contact with an adult male inmate. The juvenile was immediately removed from DOC and placed in another secured location. The suspect adult male was also placed in secured cell facility, and an investigation into the incident was initiated. Because of the rules of confidentiality and to ensure credible and thorough investigation, I am unable to comment on any further details at this time. We want to say that we are deeply saddened and disturbed by this alleged incident and want to assure everyone that the investigation and all facts uncovered will be forwarded to the Attorney General's office as soon as possible for their review and further disposition. The process, all of that becomes public information.
The follow-up Director. So investigation ang tamo investigated yan. Ling question agari ka is premised on the I can now tol report ra jail to ka issue ra jail. Mula say either yung systemic al ubeng marake ul mga legal issue mako say investigation who will be conducting the investigation and what nature of investigation.
The nature of investigation at that time, both administrative and criminal. Sige, the criminal procedure, lagi rin mal protector ni. And like I said, at some point, they got already more public knowledge, all the facts that are uncovered. And yes, I've been also in consultation with Attorney General's office, my SP. And right now, we're still conducting an investigation, and it's a joint investigation between Juvenile Justice Office, Criminal Investigations Division, Magtiale Transnational Crime Unit.
Di ba direct kalkiat alwase emoria kuk waisel korea director ako no lasing criminal ma administrative nguk moria investigation ol gidela ready rar buli sa robatak kaluriol milkat buk lamang wal lora ilagay gidel tablong criminal investigation ol gidel tial alleged incident makuk investigation ol more ready rar buli sa larse.
A question director ako na ati alak alwi the cell juvenile section separated from the general population of Lakalbus. Ngariya time sa itikal rukun mot makal ngarano basyo.
Lam nga time ako mle turni malge kalil basyo. So still al separation mo sa nga maldi room. Tial room nga 4 bunks nga isel mangbulgur masing capacity is 4. Din dia kal sabi dol da kal sa al maradil matya nga awan sa al inmate al minor ako nga talabasyo el gilam segregate ngira tirka rogoy engal dil am lalabasyo tiya dir accessible el mora areng alak el mora chapel al uptamot sel talabasyo nga bitan mang agimil ngat mok ringil mo bringi without enough resources and probably we ran out of time. Unfortunately, now we have this allegation that we have to work on. The agul il mo bringil mo sel gibril mil ngat mok ringil mo bilanggal any juveniles going forward. Again, we have to separate the male juveniles from the female juveniles. So this is still a challenging challenge.
Yang mleoy ngarang amle happen oy ngarang.
Segi dagim trial narrow down ngil al time. Like I said, it only came to light seral duk masim na niya contact, and we did take precautions and took her to the hospital to make sure that evidence is gathered and her safety and her health is intact. And even with that, we cannot narrow down yet masing manli o nga sexual contact. So that's a detail that the investigation needs to come up with. Logi or a logbook, maybe witnesses interviews and also CCTV footages.
So when it first came to light then mo ngaram lo ra attention ro.
About maybe 7 p.m. that evening, the same evening. Thursday. That was the 5th, which was Thursday.
Okay. In line with ako usang administration el al time el kaya Ministry of Justice yak mangutial Ministry of Justice Administrative Directive number 2023-001 kaya cross training and rotation policy for MOJ law enforcement officers. Diablexani sa January 5, 2023 kung masang Mr. Clel President ra Palau Media Council masakal dire kal nga niya soft copy mang while cross training rotation may lang trial chiefs mo change cycle division ul kuk lang mang mo sabi ilo mesekora nguldasul wasing bolsbe edel improve capacity matetele laurio rabla bulis, but it's also in line with the sel o singela presidental was drugs amal na moklo al scourge kuram al ratial community rigid mangira dal mo koraklakare make sure and we're accountable. As you know, our local ministers tested, underwent drug testing, and we're also going to do that for the Ministry of Justice. May gagawin ako informational that I can provide. Any other questions? Okay,
Oy. Vice President, so kung rotate our chiefs, trigal mukso kada marakyan chief level kada rotated but trigal officers and jaka rotation at kin bol mudu lo kada ako sa fire truck ko ngaral patrol tum kana.
Yes, till al cross training policy ti kadil wa chiefs and dirikal moraro will legal division till ay kita ngara karen sila director Agon, so he could do that to do the cross training under the tir. But we started with the chiefs el albes ra among most of it implement taigel standard operating procedures el blagim katmokl ra igal for the first time ang nga SOP, and we're actually doing training al tir bol sa irol taw taigal SOP tir. So kita ko ra viral tungot mokl. We also dumakan mga sulim til ay gitial question that you were able brought up para ilang adira kal mal sumamal mo platak la transparent accountable already ra police malogi utiang ya mutal malgol wasengi dil adal nga issue dir malubang nga kora amlames aura batak kalure rir bulis please mem report almira obisra vice president ngani angel astereota kasi ngar obisra vice president must look into yigidal allegations girela ready ra police
masulang vice president ka-mention natin lagi the last statement tarkalo sa tinigal ngaring ako na concern natin lo ice this morning ako kung forward the message sa mela sa list ng clear inmates at tinangara social media on daily basis. And this lakal alwid and yakal girin nga niya ating walo labang nga lakal pus. So I'll forward that
yes,
list to you.
Malungil.
Malungil nga niya nga pastor under a different capacity.
For board.
Oo, nga isa question nga niya lera nga kalbeksen ng marabor di kami send nila kurakaw. Director may aska information al ginil tigel al galbus al paroler tirabor na tiramle aigel talamal al tilmal aigel to sing drug related cases al wal kwa severe. Of course, ang tirgam lawrit sa sel wonder the term or term it's eligible for parole. Madim na question and may sakalogan is left already. Wasay mamal I get information open to public and sa mamal mo mga set nga tirgay gid al parole tir nga regular conditions sa parole tir al to. And whether or not kung les support tayo gid al request para parole. Minister, but this time.
To my knowledge and experience, hindi kakatalgim the informational kirela parole. Malditil, they have a parole board. But we do meet with them, discuss with them about revocation of parole. Nga happened just late last year based information and then the follow-up investigation and verification, and then revoke a parole already to parole. And as far as I know, at least parolees, my conditions are still public information, but we don't have them within mga parole office.
Oh, yes, sa Mura Pearl Office, of course, I got information also I'll share Anitel Open Government Act, so they should be able to provide and the sell the parole process giril dola ya comments manggiril direct nga niya comments from Ministry of Justice mulwa si petition for parole support al ubeng dia I want to sell was employer tikmura sen dia ka let him serve the entire sentence. But as you know, ang sige del ready la parole board tirge amo decide mulwa say the grant ringi masel mga tuwa ba nga parole. So I gave the information available and sa edal call ra sale office ra parole board. I can help pang meta get those information you need. So lang ko niya tiya ka question ngani wana question? Almora Mr. Ikeda. Okay. Kabong yung Mr. Sawala tao. Tiya ka mo misa. Okay ba?
Tuta director digiri ka di mo mra ay no mra ko me sa igal show by me yan ingani ako kanson sa bila pebira items or services ingani ako rata bal tax ni yung example la PNCC na yale pasalo yan sin mo ka na at saka lang ay iwagi pa aram ta chat sa PCS tir ma'am ora ki mola ki buk nga dang warmang numutul le seguido mata ya le direct al ay dal ko kanso sa ara blu luasang ngarinya bibira stoang dimna increase sa ara la yan tira dimna kal take into account ay le percentage sa self 4% ma 7% ay taxable plan for dimna increase ay yan yung kadi mandra ya kasi balse mo look into those.
Okay. Tiyak man sole yung awak lang mal important ta question kada malmol lo mesawi gigil el instances el wasay kal shoba na mamudu ul calculator tial tax ma impact ringil ma price ringi ng legda blatak ngarnya dir ka azir ka kal sal mo clear mir kal sal mo understand kada malmol mo awkward tir ya tira gidel airtime amal nungil example le mexo dice el PNCC airtime garda dadung multi-purpose voucher. Alwasi ngan nga TLM los PNG everyday ma services asap L0 rate rulah mo dia PCS tingi like suma mo roam en consider the export tong dia gidel applicable tax ringi endi magselmle while regulation dul sisibil gidel la application ra multi-purpose voucher sa say you get charged on redemption. Send redeem a service, ingat charge ra PGST. Aul mo dome sa igel carousel rate la al sela card. Mera sel YC igel mo ko mal to ko yang waklang girel sel brawan restaurant ing malmol mal de charge serve la PGST. Ni kangol al PGST mo charge serve leng. Of course sel redeem ang charge. So mlarnya yegidel the biltigel wasay temle idablo magdam la stopper tire gore otobda notice lulu lam nga PNCC stopper ngil mong atso mang gadam mal mal wase at sumani la moes mapagegi del pasalo so mal mal ngani experience or other wase at church tir el mal report el mal address kada commercial point el kada sum aklaad e won ringi and ngani options ra compliance efforts.
Ako na akong touch ng isel wasi. Material advisory team sel will visit tekal siobay. Mga na compliance rate tir. Alo bang ay kal siobay ay adasa ng over 200 siobay available visit tekal advisory team. Mga na tetelir comply with this new law. Tokora titurul mururungim ta violator ngi alo bang mga na.
Well, nangya out of the gigil 200 nangya amla ready applying PGST correctly le ko maral wasi I got real dulventri show by el murula workshop ra last year melang so nangya amne kalmok lemla ready mungway either stang go do dom tangta Hindi nganya of course nganya siobal dimlakal salkat moklo. Alang the understanding ngi trial challenge sergi del wasi nganya ko pebra siobal trigi blos pe angesu. Mang selda gegi del advisory visit ko takora the wada spatcher. Selda tura tuas tonga da tak se toasi. Receipt terkang marang nganya kana kultirak pra receipt. Nganya ko rasain ral selas tonga alwasi. Yel proklama gibom church PGST. Nga certificate ng ngilo lo altal sa edel mesang igi del qura and then itiadi ngamal mol mul spatcheck and then agi diri kal nganya report diri kal sa edel address agi el report nga diri kal loya kay agi del spatcheck kal diri kal check so I think overall compliance dimla ka sa edel mo sing Batokora maklol siya amle compliant amle appropriate the receipt tirma and then ang ngigel talgibal ngigel dos mo okrel lang dili kalungil agal advisory visit tergida blo uli qadna mo dilo singra ma protocol issue agal ulo ko man diakal so man diakal sal ala na asyo pa matial besa la en ngara ma protocol issue so katum lam tingal wasi ang ngar bebil no diakal lungil calculator sel credit o mang temo o sisir gagi da ulmo kadimel tika gagi da la ta dire kam no mesagal time masel token ra sel scratch card da PUC se mandira kam nanya issue ngi mo kadire kam na real address lo ngela PUC kadire kam ngi ta PUC lo se kam dire kam mo da dura vendors tigal lo mar la si gagi da ko tele la o melang kadire kal understand lo sa bebira shoba ya dire kam mangira equipment tertir low level mosib idel appropriately tol tirakra PGST mumlan ngam le the bit tir manual invoice tir mga wasi as long as nga format as long as temporary o nga as long as gel require the information ang alsel in si eden mere mo kung ko kal real dira la
Mansale direktora hindi na kalmal bato ka kura ka gali complaints sa other wasi ay gal stoang la Bangladesh use that term mostly charge a PGST kung matingin lang sa nga niya bibigyan kong bali owner sa ringiya PGST registered din bato ko lang awal blabol edalo kung 10% kung telatir obla me address tiryan ubo kung lari mga sa igayin ng campaign kung maralay kal hangal tsaka kikita store.
I think before alam mo la advisory visiting nor niya o kung mira bluma kung mila dengwa I think am dang la January 1st ra 2000 mais o mes leng dire kal mal nor niya report lo asay ngani tiragay dal store other belaw el charge ra 10% de algirir o mang kadawar amle in fact no era lo la visita ko no ding la bibra stong sem stop and algida me charge de am registered mang ngadiri ko mes era ko ngul mo kadiri kal office gida amle pivot lo sem magrada communicate effectively lo asay Kalau understand na information media dile the share last year. Kalau meru la workshop blol dile kalau melenga rasyon maloko hindi. Kalau me feel wasir ada dimla kal ngara dile ka pol impact tergi dum dile ka bozo sika information. Kalau mengalil challenge dimle self first mal bornya report kada zulmu lo mais nganya bebel advisory visits which is a primary focus ringi ra local plan visit tagal PGST i-register dal basyo to make sure to comply and then dul mesel wasing to ka problems outside ng PGST register ng bali mo dum lost at include ay mga nga maybe last 12 load to tigatir mo daw wasing di am charge na at be charge
next gali gira close sil gira tax tele Kani several online vendors mla mustat galak tatak sa isa several mlistat amasan
I see.
mla expand. Mla mo research ang nga direct bebi online services na mo dakal audio na dakal speed ka create tatak servelaw. Some certain people on website hosting outside. Yes, it no regular Amazon Web Services. Like they must calculate tax nga nga Maybe ma Discord servers talo mara yang namo de kasi mga possibility ka belaw and to aset we cannot calculate tax tel area men ala ka continue.
Okay.
Especially yan wa Amazon maybe online vendors na musta tagalek tax gimle in fact takmle approach Amazon and they had tamle sendra ya kasi hindi ang ngarinya tawrio lo bungela akan men to belaw which I know for a fact takmle okay kami hindi akan mo
I see.
makmle follow up and they yet to call me back tamla akmasada tamle ask them wala ka edir ka katal span them na mo 2 weeks even after I sent a follow up perhaps yung better come from you guys hindi yan si mo investigate lang betul kan ada mual belanja tax ulit tamlon mara
I see.
in fact takmil ara kakalo liya abis ka mamagibura custom sa iluted person PGST which in fact was the same amount that will deduct niya account na Amazon.
I see.
Amazon I know nga store pero di Amazon direct man namok Amazon Walmart taman namok tol vendors
I see.
direct kalber belaw may sibil galak hindi ang kaniya tiyang ngaringi dil kami lo mentri radang dil kami mol mel jak do niya pasin.
Hindi ka ako nangyaya dilo gida amna I say ngwa leng man to hindi ka official arrangement to lang Amazon. In fact sila mo to report tar ading yung start to investigate and la information al direct dola ya say hindi lo ngila freight one prepayment lo ngila freight company misela meng harar atak salot ila so we're trying to get to the bottom of it sel nga do hindi ka man misal hindi ka na bring up maybe online service maybe ngangi na minister state lo say kalal sa direct elevator request or response gidra gagal online leng ngungil point le attack system adapter ngi ana mo tax system lo ma tax or other source of revenue tirbe lang nga outside the below so automatically legal to kung bali al adri kam mo assume lo say they're subject to tax so ending where the reach out to more tireng hindi kal gidir ngarnya way kay gidim the malmal only itra vice president ma maybe a minister of state so direct elevator a communication moragal protocol online services so lang
Sabi ko last clarification.
Oy.
Maybe I should have asked you. I got outside vendors that require and pay a PGST.
sel technically ila الأذرة الأجيل so online vendors are provide 300,000 worth of taxable supplies in Gidil register. It's a revenue source in Palau from wherever you are. Kalau na align more sort of internationally international standard tax. So in fact I got VAT systems. Amazon register that I got baby Rabalu as a VAT company. So yung I say matsum kada matigal wasi at sabat supplier niya I say marwa Airbnb kada mga dur at Taiwan ang mga Australia they ask them to register. Mungkin dal assess lotol wasing telal taxable supply provider.
So it doesn't matter was it dekal register dekal present sa tirbelaw that they provide supplies they still have to be
Yes, the source of revenue tirvel also.
source of revenue.
Yeah, I see.
Kumal misal tegidil walte alal tangatengin mutal kuk address sa gegidil concerns as we go along agida minister of state tangateng magi mo adul tu ukidel sek akuk tim tingira tokora la ngaring isil dom kadoni ko sa long arm jurisdiction among let's say you purchase something on Amazon and it's defective and say gidil mliso isu ra sil tiang aruli dum sabedel if there should be a damage to that caused some injury and sabedel gyud say gidil mo surtir lang atol tura utruli rebelaw so mga niya jurisdiction na kita rin. Makomal masaulo ko yung niya I'll have the chief of staff para expand Mr. Kasoler sel tokol mulgaringin ginel tel MOU mang ang niya sige the press release el tilo, so I'll have her read it. Okay.
So the press release el maldir ka tilov like within the last few minutes. Was Palau and U.S. representatives signed compact assistance memorandum. Representatives of the United States of America and the Republic of Palau today signed a preliminary memorandum to continue the free association between the two nations. Under the association, Palau enables the U.S. to deny forces of other nations access to an expanse of the Western Pacific and the air above it nearly as large as the U.S. state of Texas, adjacent to the Philippines and Indonesia. Palau also allows the U.S. to locate peacekeeping facilities in the islands and refrains from actions the U.S. says would compromise security. The association must be reviewed periodically until 2034. The understanding signed today was reached by Palau Chief Compact of Free Association negotiator and Finance Minister Caleb Udoy Jr. on behalf of President Surangal Whips Jr. and by Special Presidential Envoy Joseph Yun on behalf of the U.S. President Whips and the U.S. Assistant Secretary of Interior Carmen Cantor witnessed the signing. Also present were Palau Senator Rukobay Kikiwo Inabo, Delegate Mangguro Alul, and Ambassador to the U.S. Hersik Yota. President Whips asked for a presidential envoy to represent the U.S. in the Compact's 30th anniversary review after rejecting an assistance package determined with lower-level U.S. officials in 2020 as unacceptable. The understanding reached today covers assistance over the next 20 years that is more than twice the 2020 package and assistance past 20 years. Involved is economic assistance for Palau's government operations, infrastructure, and needs that would otherwise not be met, as well as U.S. domestic programs. The new economic assistance would begin as early as October 1st if a full agreement is reached and approved by the U.S. Congress. The full agreement will provide details and cover other matters in the relationship between the two nations. The understanding also recognizes the reduction in Palau's revenue from its largest industry, tourism, due to geopolitical pressures and COVID-19, as well as increasing sea level rise and related challenges. It was preliminarily agreed to recognizing the government of Palau's efforts to cope with these challenges. In commenting on the key step in completing the review, President Whips thanked U.S. President Joseph R. Biden and members of the U.S. Congress from both U.S. political parties for Yoon's appointment. He said that, in quote, with Envoy Yoon at the table leading the U.S. team, we have been able to work out an agreement that is mutually beneficial for both our nations, end quote. He went on to say that, and I quote, from the start of the negotiations in my administration, Palau's team has been guided by principles of partnership and resiliency. The relationship between Palau and the U.S. should be a partnership. Palau offers strategic importance in terms of stability in the region and provides defense rights to the U.S. The compact and its economic assistance provisions should be a mechanism for Palau to increase its resiliency from threats like the pandemic, climate change, and market disruptions, end quote.
Omrot! Man nga sulala, President ma Minister Finance, sel ko rin nga sisel was double the amount sel na 2020. So, that's the good news. Nga kita Minister State diri kalo ay sir nga kal real ang mulwase Governor Tamagi, Governor Oginawa, delegation niya may visit Bella at January 12 almost 17. Madadirak kalmal lolita ngil klaing sir adra blu da podu dungil lo otia bel water belaw leng tiang adira kal te alar turista mo sabi iral men it's a big thing al governor o ginawa mo delegation ng MFC talaga.
I know you were just, Madam Malungo, you were at press release, and we just want to clarify something. I just want to ask a question about something you said there. If you can get a clarification. As also kung tamo agree on this and more effective or October 1st. October 1st of this year or October 1st of 2024?
FY24, so it would be this.
So October 1st,
Oh, yeah,
2024. 2024?
I believe so, but I will clarify that.
Please, thank you.
Masao namang koram aungil amang koram gilan mo demora ay gel tan chobi makom tingik mong adako ngarasel ureret sel temek o el boringa tan chobi. Okay. Ma dalawa ise tirigel tan chobi ra el alsils ang ngaringa Arlene Nunal MHHS Francis Kel ngara Ministry of Justice. Myrna Palo, Ministry of Justice. Nathan Adalbay, Ministry of Justice. Labong Walter, Ministry of Justice. Mal moral giri kan mengitak kalit tira kadi. Mo chi mga tira kan moklong rin may director akon. Okay, mother, the moong 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear government employees. Happy birthday to you and many more. Di na kanga niya tinong kasing game happy birthday mo tirgi rokul og tancho bil de kaloryo na government tumang happy birthday rokul mo arbek rokul other belo tira mga celebrate el alsil sel tancho bil tira January 11, 2023. And thank you so much. Happy New Year makuka next press conference.